Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Listing Launchpad Director's Cut, brought to you by I Am Third Media, and I am yours truly, Jay Ko. And today we are bringing you a very, very special property that comes with a very, very special feature. It is located in 24220 4th Place Northeast in Snohomish, Washington, 98290. You are going to be able to find this at Lake Roesiger Rambler.com, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with that name because I'm gonna have a hard time saying it the entire time. But man, what a getaway, because in this house you are going to get a very, very special feature that is not available to just because you have water in Snohomish County. And before we get into all that, let me give you all the disclosure. All information discussed in this video is intended for entertainment purposes only. All reasonable efforts have been made to ensure the accuracy of this content of this video at the time of preparation. Information presented is believed to be reliable, but is subject to change at any time and without notice. And without a further ado, let me bring back my good friend Lisa Bender, who's on her fifth or sixth listing in the last 3-4, just on the tear. Lisa, just come on in. We've done this enough.
Yeah.
What is going on? What is this? Number 5, number 6? I don't know. I lost count.
It's number 5 in 3 weeks, I think.
Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah.
It has been crazy, hasn't it?
It has, and it also is Lake Roesiger.
Lake Roesiger Rambler.com. So we will work on that throughout the show. So that will be the theme. So for those of you who can pronounce it right, make sure you comment, right? Lake Roesiger. I love how you sent me that enunciation spelling out. I still couldn't get it figured out. But I tell you, I mean, I had no idea about that water ski thing.
I know.
So tell us what's up with this.
There are over 460 lakes just in Snohomish County. So hello, Western Washington, you rock. But here's the thing, only 5 of those over 460 lakes are water skiable, allow for water skiing. And Lake Roesiger is one of them.
That's crazy. So first of all, I didn't even know that was a thing. So if you are on this, 455 other lakes and you happen to water ski, do you get ticket? I don't know. Does somebody report you?
Probably your neighbors would. Some of them do allow for little electric motors, off of the dock, where you can kind of putt around.
Right.
A lot of it's just because a lake is too small and not deep enough. And
gotcha.
So did you see that happen? Must have just happened to me. Oh, all the screens went blank.
Oh.
You cut that out. Anyway, so you need to have a lake that's big enough that you can actually catch enough speed to be dragging someone behind a boat.
Oh, interesting.
And then sometimes lakes have a bunch of lily pads on them. And I mean, there's a bunch of reasons why you couldn't water ski on a lake. I mean, some don't even allow for the little electric motors. But yeah,
wow.
I mean, it's pretty exciting.
That makes sense, because Lake Roesiger is very wide, from end to end.
Yeah,
so
quite long.
That probably gives plenty of space. You know what? Why are we talking about it? Let's just show it to him.
Hey, let's
right?
do it. Yep.
All right, here we go. So here is the house, 24220 4th Place Northeast in Snohomish, Washington. And we're going to get right into just talking about the house first. So before we get into it, the boat dock and the private play area, we'll get into all of that. But, take us in from the front of the house here.
All right, well, here we go. It is fully fenced, plus then the backyard is separately fenced. So, you've got your front area fenced off and the backyard fenced. There's RV or boat parking on the property. Look at all that. Look at all that parking there.
I'm almost kind of you might be able to pull off both.
Why not?
because it's long enough, and then you can
Yeah.
see kind of like on that top there's a additional spot right there. So if
Yep.
you have one of those smaller boats, like you can fit that in there and put an RV right next to it too.
Well, and then there's the thing. There's no HOA CCNRs here, so no one's going to tell you you can't.
That's what I call, you do whatever you want.
That's right.
Hmm.
And then plus it's located, I'm calling it a cul-de-sac. It is a cul-de-sac. It is now.
It's a cul-de-sac. Yep,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
cul-de-sac.
So it is at the end of this cul-de-sac, just a few minutes from DNR land. And so if someone does quads, um, there's an access point around the corner so they can go and ride trails in there. I mean, like, if you love the outdoors and you need a Rambler or one, I mean, like, this is your spot. This
Hmm.
is this is your spot.
Absolutely. And first of all, Ramblers just by themselves are hard to come by. So, you had me at Rambler.
Right.
But then the idea that you've got all these, I feel like this is just perfect for someone who's just, maybe like just retired, right? Like, I don't want stairs, and I've got an RV, I've got a boat, like I want to just enjoy nature. Like, this
Yeah.
is it right here.
Play with my toys. Yep.
Absolutely, absolutely. And here we see the back of the house. I love that little deck area coming out of the kitchen. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But how big is the lot?
That is 0.46. Hey, you're down at the neighborhood. That's showing the neighborhood private property only, for the owners in this neighborhood to access. So it's not supposed to be public. It is just for people that live or rent in this neighborhood.
Right.
So
So
not
it's
not
four
many
four
people go there.
families, right?
I think it's going to be more than just the four families. I think
Okay.
it's everyone on this kind of north end of the lake. But
Oh, got it, got it.
it's intended just for people that live there. It's not like the public boat launch. This is a quiet little
Gotcha.
spot to just relax on the water.
Got it. Yeah, you can swim. There's a little bit there's like a ladder to be able to get in the water. There was a swing like right above the
Yeah,
water that looked like really really fun. I think we have a picture of the actual sign that is leading down to it. There it is.
yeah,
Oh, too small to read, but yeah, it's definitely private, and you probably wouldn't even know that that's there unless you live there.
right, right. Or you look on the back of the flyer that I'm going to be leaving at the house, which has a little how to get to
Co-
it.
Correct, correct. Maybe next time we can maybe even think about like attaching a GoPro to my car, and we can drive there and then leave
Ooh,
that as like a video instruction.
that would have been awesome. The little
That
QR code on it.
yep, 100%.
Oh man,
All
next
right,
time.
next one. We'll, we'll,
Yeah.
we'll we'll get another Lake Roesiger, but
How
we
you
won't call
doing?
it that next time.
Yeah.
So this is that little side space right next to the house, and again, like it's wide enough to be able to fit a decent sized boat.
Oh yeah. Look at all that parking.
You have plenty, and I love this front deck space. I mean, you can do so much with this, and there's a good amount of cover space, so you'd be able to endure the raining season too.
Right, right. Yeah. Love the backyard. Look at that.
I didn't get a chance to go in there, but from the outside, like it was just like picture perfect.
Yep. And that's the other thing. I mean, is it perfectly level? No, but this isn't something where you're going to end up killing yourself when it's time to mow.
Mm-hmm.
It'll it'll get your heart rate going, but you won't keel over. And
Right.
look,
Yep.
a
Got a
built-in
little fire
fire.
pit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and speaking of the roof, it's a 50-year metal roof.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is it fairly new?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember what year, but it's fairly new.
Well,
Um, so
let's just
that's a
say
big
it'll
plus.
it'll outlast you on the house.
Right. Yep. Look how cute that area is, and so sunny. This
Absolutely.
this is out front again.
Yep. plenty of. I mean, Super Bowl party here, no doubt.
Right?
Okay, so now we're in. So that's the front door coming in. I love how bright it is inside.
Yes. The vaulted ceilings definitely help with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the front door faces northeast, so these windows are facing southwest. So it is really bright and cheery and sunny in this great room area.
Absolutely. So all the lights were on, but it didn't actually even make that much of a difference because it was so bright.
Yep. And those are real hardwood floors.
Love it.
This is
And
looking
then
back
that
from the wood stove. Yes,
the wood stove, I was just gonna say, like that probably could heat up the entire house during wintertime.
probably. I mean, you'd
Yeah.
need a fan to get it,
Right, right.
but yeah. Stainless steel appliances, plenty
This
of
is the
room for a good dining table.
yep, dining off of the kitchen, and that's a full size dining table, so plenty of space.
And yeah, I mean, if you get something with leaves, you could just keep on moving it there. I mean, the holidays, Super Bowl party, like you said. Look at that. Look at all that extra room.
It's huge. I'm probably gonna spend most of the time at that little bar area, not necessarily the dining table. So that's
Right.
probably half the time I'm eating standing up, anyways.
Well, there you go.
I love how I always talk like I'm gonna be buying these houses. I love it. I buy houses like every day.
Right. So that's the guest bathroom or the hall
Mm-hmm.
bathroom.
What
Bedroom
what
one,
what do we call that window again? I forgot. Arched
arched
window. I
window.
love it. It looks so good in that room.
Yeah, that's so cute. Stager knocked it out of the park again.
Awesome job. Everything's looking good. This is
Bedroom number
the
two.
second
Yeah.
bedroom.
Yep.
And here we are in the
I
primary with the
know.
vaulted ceiling.
Love it.
Fantastic. Again, a lot of natural light, and the paint color really helps to kind of keep it like extra bright.
Yep. Walk-in closet there on the other side. And then
Mm-hmm.
we have the remodeled primary bathroom.
Yeah, I love this bathroom. I'll be honest. Like when I walked into the bathroom, it kind of took me off guard because it's like, oh, because the rest of the house is nice, neat, but you're not gonna walk in there and say, oh, this is like super updated. And then you
Right.
walk into this bathroom, it's like, this is an amazing bathroom.
Yes. I mean, I just love how big the shower is. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just so light and airy in there. Yeah, I love this bathroom. Whoops.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love how that bench made it into that bathroom as if it's so weird because if you think about it, no one's gonna sit there, but then just having that there, for some reason it just makes sense.
Right. Yeah. Stager. She's amazing.
Stager, yep. Stager's a stager for a reason.
Yep. Another shot of that driveway. Love the
So
back deck.
it's pretty big, and here is the community park,
Yeah, Lake Roesiger Park.
Lake Ros. Man, you say that with such ease. Is that because I'm Korean?
I'm pretty sure. Or it
Mm,
could be because I'm local and you're not.
maybe.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Look,
this was a super cool place. I obviously drove there to take a picture, but it's one of those like big like swimming area for people, and this is the boat dock.
yeah, this is a public boat launch. The park is about a 6-minute drive from
Hmm.
the house, and this is about an 8-minute drive from the house.
Yeah,
So,
the boat launch is not too far from where the park is.
right. Yep.
And
So,
is there another? I believe it was like at the corner of, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see how good my memory is. It was West Rosiger, and then Southwest. No, It might have been north, and then it's where the two Roesiger street
Oh,
or road
yeah.
like meet, kind of like
Okay.
right at that junction.
What about it?
That's where the boat launch is, like near there.
Oh, right, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
And
then,
basically, if you can't find it, just keep driving around because you just keep going in circles.
well, and did you see that by the fire station on their marquee
Yep.
sign, they said, on May 21st, they're having game night. And there,
Oh.
yeah, and then something else was coming up on June 8th, and now I can't remember what it was, but to me, it was like, well, what a cute community. And then there's the community store.
Oh,
Um,
nice. I did see the store.
Yep. And then
Yep.
at the entrance of, like, when you're approaching Lake Roesiger and there's kind of that V, they have a big
Mm-hmm.
community sign. And I think it was talking about like pancake
Mm.
breakfast. And so it definitely feels like this is a place where you go and you're part of a community.
So sounds like it's a pretty close knit community. And when I was there, I don't know if you can see in this picture. I had another picture where there were two gentlemen fishing, and I actually asked them like, "Hey, do you guys mind if I take a picture of like back of you, right? Because I wanted to show people fishing. It doesn't look like it made the cut here, but yeah, like people just go there and they just set up a chair and they just fish, and they
Mm,
had trouts and I'm not a fish person, but they were catching stuff.
nice. Cool.
So definitely sounds like. And is there only one way in to Lake Roesiger community? Kind of like that.
Yeah, actually, I feel like there is only one way in. Of course,
So
I'm always
so
coming from the
basically,
south.
right. So basically, that means like you can't miss the boat launch. Like you will have to pass by it. You will have to pass by the park. So it's not like you have to go out of your way to hit any of these destinations.
Right, right, right. Unless, I mean, like, if you're on the other side, that's different because you come to
Right.
that V, and so you go
Correct.
off to the right
Correct.
for this
So
house. Yeah,
our house. See, we already bought it. Our
right.
house, our house is gonna be. You're gonna have to pass the boat launch, pass the park, pass the fire station, pass the grocery store, and then the
Yep,
house is right there. And then on your way back, you'll be able to hit everything. So it's pretty convenient.
yep.
Awesome,
And
awesome. What are
cell
we?
service
What are
is really
we?
good.
What are we listing it at?
649,999.
Okay. How do you feel about that price?
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Are we reviewing offer review date?
I was looking around and it did not look like anyone else had any review dates posted. So for now,
Okay.
it's going to be like as submitted.
Hey,
Um,
come.
yeah.
There's an
So,
opportunity. Come grab it.
yep.
Come grab it. I mean, because we've experienced a few. We had an offer date and still ended up going early anyways.
Yep.
By the
Yep.
way, the technical term, just because you see offer review date, the technical term is offer review date or sooner.
Yeah.
So that doesn't
Yeah.
guarantee you of anything, which again brings us back to work with an agent, let your agent know if you like it. Do I even have to ask you if you're doing an open house?
There's going to be no open house.
There will be no open house. So hit up
Maybe
your
I
agent.
will do a video on that. What do you think?
I think that makes a good because that's a very much public service announcement. I think it's public education.
Okay.
Like because there's and a lot of people sometimes think that they're doing their agent a favor by not calling them. Like they're like, oh, but like it's your job. I'm not
Right.
gonna say our job because I don't do it anymore. But like it's their job to be there for you and
Right.
arrange these stuff. So instead of complaining about how agents make too much money doing nothing, actually use the service,
Right.
right? So
Yep.
once you make that initial contact and then you go visit the open house, great. Then at least the listing agent will know, right? If stuff happens,
Right.
boom. But I think people just need to be educated that it is okay to call your agent.
Oh, yeah. None of this. Well, I didn't want to bother them. You know.
Right. And they say I didn't want to bother you and then they click on the Zillow button.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just talk to some random agent
that
instead.
that's yeah, and then they'll steal them. Ooh. All right. Well, so what do you have going on this weekend?
I've got a listing consultation, um, and go and check on another upcoming listing in Shoreline and check their progress. Yes, you don't probably know about it quite yet, but the
That's all
photo
right.
shoot's going to be booked. Um,
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. So when you go on a listing appointment or a consultation, what do you think is the main thing that you bring up that maybe sets you apart from the majority of the crowd? What do you think that is? Like, what wins them over?
well, I try to do that ahead of time by sending them, thank you, I am Third Media, some links to the single property websites that are heavily promoted across social channels, and then they can see the quality of the photos, they can see the quality of the video walkthrough tour, like they can see the quality, because actually the very first time a buyer is touring a house is online. That is the first time a buyer is touring. And so I send this stuff up front because then they can see the 3D walkthrough tour, and that's just not something that I can describe or show in a flip book. So, and then the other thing is that they are showcase listings, and thanks for uploading the media to the Zillow showcase listing portal. I know it's kind of a pain, but that is, according to Zillow, an extra 78% in traffic and 60 some odd percent in shares and 70 some odd percent in saves. And they sell 20% faster and for 2% more than similar non-showcased listings.
I gotta tell you, and I didn't mean for this to turn into like kudos to me, but sure, I'll take it. But I gotta tell you, I have not seen another agent yet who spends more time, energy, and effort and resources into trying to quote unquote boost, right, the presence of the listing. I mean, yes, we give you the stuff that you can post, but I mean, it's like there's on average like two, three, four types of different content going up about the listing, like especially in the first couple of days, and I'm just like, and we're spending money on running ads, driving traffic, to the listing website. I mean, I went to a very, very, very expensive, regrettably attended a film school, right? And what they teach you, it's like film school 101 is like show, don't tell.
Mm,
And you're doing exactly that because you're not telling them how you do things. You're not telling them how you're marketing your listings. You're literally just showing them, here's my body of work. And
right.
that is, that's worth 1,000 words, right?
Maybe even
And
2,000.
maybe even two or several thousands, I don't
Yeah.
know, right? But
Yeah.
it's like the fact that you can just you can just pick out a listing, look up the stats and go, yeah, boom, we spent X and drove 750 visits to the website. I mean, so again, another PSA, like when you're interviewing agents and they're like, yeah, we do this marketing, that marketing, don't just nod your head, like call them out and say, "Tell me more about that. Like, how do
Mhm.
you actually do that?" And I've gotten to a point where I'm kind of tired of seeing marketing materials that say, "Yeah, we have one of a kind marketing. We syndicate. We
Yeah.
spread your listing out to realtor.com and homes.com." You don't do nothing to do that. It just everyone does that,
Right. Right.
right? So I just wanted to point that out because you're definitely one of a kind when it comes to getting eyeballs. And for someone who does not like camera, you sure do a hell of a job of trying to be an Aussie.
Oh, shucks.
If you want to know what I mean, you got to go check out Lake Roesiger, Rambler.com, and check out the listing video because Lisa's got a fun intro that she did. So, anyways, I know we got off a little bit of a tangent, but
Yeah,
hopefully, we're talking about things that's going to add a little bit of a value. 24220, fourth place Northeast, Snohomish, Washington, 98290. It's a little bit out there, but like people, there's people like that. The kind of resort, kind of lake, front living. This is perfect for that type of community. So be sure to check out Lake Roesiger Rambler.com.
you got it.
Okay, so yeah, and I guess we'll see you next time. When's the next one?
Next week?
Next week? Okay, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I hope you have a great weekend. And thanks again for making the time. And again, guys, if you have an agent, reach out to them. If not, you want to check it out, reach out to Lisa, MLS number 223-8236. And we will see you on the next listing. Have a great day.
Thanks, Jay.